Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And I do apologize for the much later, uploaded video. It is currently about 7:36 p.m. Had a lot of personal things to deal with throughout the last couple days, but nonetheless, we are back into it. That also means that the NCashOfficial.com website will be getting updated as well with a lot more products. So definitely keep an eye out on that. But nonetheless, we are back in the lab. We are cooking up some heat, and we have a lot of things to talk about. So first and foremost, let's refresh the overall market and let's check out what is happening. So we are seeing a little bit of some Bitcoin money flowing through some altcoins instead of it flowing through Bitcoin entirely. In fact, we are up about 3.17%. We are sitting at about a $2.73 trillion market cap. Bitcoin is still around the $63,000 major resistance point. It is currently up about 2.95%, up about 4% now on the 7-day span. We do see Bitcoin dominance at around 43.5% and Ethereum dominance almost at 20%. This is significant because now Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, which we have been seeing a lot recently, which means our altcoins are starting to break out a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Like, for an example, Solana's up 6.6%. XRP is up 3.6%. And, some of our altcoins like Hbar are kind of sitting a little bit stagnant. Not too much movement, but still sitting around the 40 centile range. It is down about 1.36% though. So nothing too crazy there. Now, what I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about, because I know a lot of people are very frustrated with the price action on altcoins like Hbar, but trust me when I say this, altcoins will follow a strategic pattern in terms of price action. For an example, here's LCX. Now, LCX has been a long-term hold of mine that I mentioned to you guys at around 4 cents. As we do see here, it is almost at 50 cents. It got a major Coinbase listing, and, well, a lot of people are FOMOing in. Now, we purchased this in the last 3 months. We were purchasing around the summertime at around 3 to 4 cents right here. It was during August. Now, this consolidated for fairly long before it broke up to all the way, to 15 cents, which was nothing too crazy. In fact, I was making videos on it still around this point, and I even mentioned it just the other day at around 26 cents. But that's not the point. This consolidated for a fairly long time before breaking all the way up to 50 some cents. This did already a 10x from our current entry points. But the best part about this is that this is what's going to be happening to a lot of altcoins very soon, including Hbar. Now, I know a lot of people are probably getting very impatient with this, but trust me when I say this, I'm right there with you guys. I'm in Hbar. Hbar is my #1 hold right now, and obviously, we are not pumping to the moon and beyond. I get it. I'm very frustrated with it. A lot of people are frustrated with it. But for me personally, I'm very patient with Hbar because I understand the technology behind it. Once you understand what an asset could do and the potential behind it, you're a lot more comfortable. For an example, I would like to say this tweet for everybody who is watching this channel, and I say this with all seriousness. Sometimes I take some time to explain what we do, what we watch, why and how to some friends of mine who don't have any crypto/trading knowledge, and I realize how awesome it is to have this power so early in our lives. And I really cannot tell you guys that enough, because we are extremely early and we understand the base point of what is happening right now. And we do see here, we're a bunch of 20 and 30-year-old homies fighting for financial freedom. And if you guys are older, if you guys are younger, it doesn't matter, okay? Age is just a number at the end of the day. And when we're talking about being early into something like crypto, it doesn't matter how old you are or how young. Seriously, everything you learn about markets now will help you all in your lifetime. What generation had this type of financial/trading skills than the crypto one? Is there any other community this young with this kind of power? We often laugh about this all, but whatever. Do you realize what all of us are building? Or just some of us, right? It's mind-blowing to be part of this. Don't mess this up. Knowing how markets behave and why it is essential life hack in 2021. It is a very essential life hack. Understanding crypto, knowing about crypto, even if you guys aren't a technical analysis pro, trust me, I am nowhere near, at some of these individuals' levels. I will fully admit that. But I will say this, from a TA standpoint, it's fairly easy to get the hang of it and understand it. Now, I will say this. Doing technical research, understanding the fundamentals behind the project will probably benefit you a lot more than TA to hold something long term enough. For example, here's some TA for you. I love to see it. Everyone has seamlessly or seemingly lost hope as Hbar retests the cleanest HTF. For anybody who wonders what that is, that's just a higher time frame target. Flip in its history and fundamentals getting stronger day by day. Can't make this stuff up. People saying we won't even hit $1. When we start pumping again, the FOMO will be unreal. And I do completely agree with this. We are seeing a lot of people in his replies being very, very negative because he's talking about this. Don't get tunnel vision. Know what you hold. Be patient. Keep in mind there are 5,000 coins in this space and you own maybe 10 to 20. So you don't own 99.6% of the coins out there. Chances are it will always seem like every other coin is popping when in reality the pool is so large that something or the other always is, but most aren't. And Hbar is not moving, right? And everybody thinks that's a sad story. It's not going to go anywhere. It's kind of just stuck at these prices. But the problem with that is the fact that we are seeing a ton of innovation happening. And when we're talking about the fundamentals behind Hedera Hashgraph, we know what Hbar is capable of. If you guys have been watching this channel for a little bit of time, I get it, right? It might seem like, you know, I'm in love with Hbar, I'm married to this asset, but realistically speaking, if Hbar is performing poorly and if I don't see a true vision behind it, I'm jumping out of it and I will tell you guys that. But the thing is that any asset that I'm holding, I look behind the closed doors that not a lot of people are, you know, willing to open. And what lies beyond is some of the most incredible potential that we have ever laid our eyes on that could disrupt massive markets. But don't take my word for it. You guys have already seen that. In fact, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about something right now that's fairly significant. So, first off, we've talked about FPOS on this channel before, or FPOS. I know a lot of people, you know, say it a few different ways, but it doesn't matter, right? We've been talking about this asset, or I shouldn't even say asset, this company for a fairly long time in regards to Hbar as an asset in general. And of course, they have a lot of these plans to power Australian smart cities with blockchain technology. It's a huge name in Australia. Everybody in Australia knows about FPOS. And of course, here's more innovation happening with FPOS, and we already know that they are working with, you know, of course, Hedera Hashgraph. A lot of this stuff is being built on Hedera Hashgraph anyways. But that's not the base point. I've already discussed both of these articles in the past before. What I'm talking to you guys is about this. Australia's largest bank is reportedly planning to add crypto support to its app. Now, I get it. A lot of people might be like, well, whatever, this doesn't have anything to do with Hbar, and it probably doesn't, to be honest with you guys. I'll be honest. But the base point behind this is that crypto adoption is growing everywhere where a lot of these assets are huge. For an example, in Singapore is growing astronomically in terms of crypto adoption. We look at XRP. I'm going to look at Australia with Hbar. So when we're talking about this, listen, when we're talking about crypto adoption, it could be from them adopting Bitcoin to Hbar to whatever the case may be. But we do see here the Australian Financial Review reported Tuesday that Commonwealth Bank, the country's top bank, is planning to integrate crypto into its digital app. Now, this could be multiple crypto assets. It could be just one crypto asset. It could be anything. Citing sources with knowledge of the process, the AFR said that the bank will announce the ability to buy and hold Bitcoin as well as other digital assets. Of course, Bitcoin is going to be a choice. We already know that. Bitcoin is the leading wolf of the pack right now until it's not. Per the report, the added support will begin next year. An announcement is expected Wednesday. The AFR also said that Commonwealth Bank may also make public deals with Gemini, a U.S. headquartered exchange, and Chainalysis, a blockchain analytics firm, both of which will be playing support roles for the app integration. Now, I'm going to say it right now. We're seeing a lot of adoption happening with banks in this scene. We're also seeing a lot of, you know, DeFi and NFT adoption as well, which we will obviously talk about. But this is what I'm talking about. In terms of being early in this game, we're seeing mass adoption and a lot of things happening with that. But again, when we're going back to the base point of being this early into something like Hbar, where people are like, they're not seeing the visionary viewpoint on it, and a lot of people are like telling me, dude, we're going to have to wait another 3 years for it to hit $1 to $3, whatever. People say that about a lot of assets, And don't get me wrong, I know when we're talking about assets like Solana doing 10,000% jumps, I get it. It's a little bit, unrealistic to compare Solana to Hbar, but we do compare it anyways because of the NFT ecosystem. But we could always compare XRP to something like Hbar because, in the time base that XRP took to run in 2017 to 2018 is fairly similar to what we're dealing with Hbar. And in fact, this has consolidated back here since, May all the way to December before it did do a parabolic run. And again, I'm expecting something similar to this. But the thing about this that's significant is that if Hbar actually repeated the XRP 2017-2018 bull run pattern and percentage, we'd actually be at over $10 per Hbar, which again is life-changing for a lot of us that are in this market. And when we're talking about the base point behind why I do these videos, why I'm giving you guys the content that I give you, and why I'm constantly in the Discord giving you guys tips and stuff, this is because I want you all to succeed. I'm not, trying to become one of those people who are driving Ferraris around people who are driving, minivans. I don't want that. If I'm going to make it, I want to bring as many people along with me along the way. I'm fairly early into this game. I'm, young myself, and I have the overall knowledge behind a lot of these projects that I do research on a day-to-day basis. And Hbar, from what I have understood, is probably the only asset in this space that a lot of people are not talking about, even though they should be. It is the most utilized DLT technology that has massive amounts of project potential in terms of building dApps on its ecosystem. Not only that, but we're talking about a huge GC council that is composed of $2.5 trillion in value alone. And when we're talking about the projects that are being built behind closed doors, like, I understand that we've talked about some of these in the past, but these massive smart cities, smart in general, anything like NFTs coming to, healthcare, NFTs coming to real estate, that's the end goal for a lot of this market. Crypto itself, okay, from an overall standpoint, has become so large in such a short amount of time that in another 10 years, Hbar is not going to be looked at as some little crypto out there. No, crypto in general is going to change astronomically in terms of the top tier holdings. We're not going to be looking at the top tier coins and saying, hey, look, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, blah, blah, blah. No, it's going to be DLT technologies, it's going to be massive utility tokens, and then it could possibly be Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so forth. I know a lot of people still believe in, Bitcoin being this speculative store of value asset that's going to be, going up forever, and it's going to hit, $1 million per Bitcoin at some point in time. And listen, if we do get there, first off, I just want to address the fact that inflation would be astronomically high, but I also want to tell you guys right now, I personally don't see Bitcoin and Ethereum in the top 10 coins in the future. In fact, when we're talking about what's going to be happening, Hbar, in my mind, could easily become the number one asset in this space. And I know a lot of people are probably going to comment down below, but what about XRP going to X and X, the dollar, blah, 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 like it's going to be... Listen, I love XRP. In fact, XRP is a great asset to hold. I love their ODL service. I love their line of credit. I love the technology behind XRP as well. But when we're comparing XRP to Hbar in general, Hbar has so much more potential for everyday use cases. And I know a lot of people are going to scold me on that, saying, well, dude, like XRP is definitely going to be much higher than Hbar, and that's totally fine. It's all opinion based, and listen, I'm totally fine with either one being the number one asset, but I'm just giving you guys the base point behind what Hbar is building. And Hbar is going to be utilized for micropayments, payments in general. They're going to be utilized as a massive enterprise DLT technology. They're focused on carbon, negative and neutral, projects as well. Really kind of prospering into the green age of things. And when we're talking about right now, Hbar being at, what is it, like number 36? Yeah, number 36. That's funny. That's laughable, especially considering some of the coins that are ahead of it in terms of, price. Like, You know, we look at meme coins, and I know a lot of us laugh at them, but they have made significant gains for a lot of individuals out there, and they'll most likely continue to do that until we jump into that utility-based market, and that's coming very soon. That's just around the corner. When we're talking about what's happening with the banking scene, you know, banks now, accepting crypto and supporting crypto in general, it's not too far away in a near distant future where Hbar, XRP, XDC, these massive utility gems that we've talked about so many times on this channel become the future of crypto. And I know that that is going to hurt a lot of people out there who are Bitcoin maxis or, Dogecoin investors. Our future of crypto is not memes and speculative store of value. No, we are going to be marching forward on into a world of adoption and integration through crypto that will allow for a lot of these major markets and industries to prosper at such a greater rate. And that's where we do get to this point here, where we do see massive overall financial freedom for most individuals who have the initiative and have the brain power to actually jump into this market, understand what they're holding, knowing what they hold, and being able to have the discipline to hold it long enough to see those financial gains being made. We are very close to that point, and I'm very excited to bring you all along with me. But with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys do more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. But with that being said, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.